Hello, everybody. Welcome to our LinkedIn Live event talking about Nonprofit Cloud and our year-end tax letter starter pack. My name is Chad. I have with me my coworker, Aaliyah. Aaliyah, do you want to do a quick intro of yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hi, my name is Aaliyah Walker. I'm the lead gen and communication specialist here at Apsona. I've been doing this for about a year and a half now, and I'm super excited to let Chad showcase his solution here today. So welcome and thanks for joining.
Awesome. All right. So I'll do a couple quick intro items and then we'll jump into it. So my name is Chad Harris. I'm the customer success manager here. Been in the Salesforce ecosystem for about 10 years, a couple years at Apsona, and previously a Salesforce consultant, specifically in the nonprofit space. And before that, I worked myself at a nonprofit organization implementing Salesforce. So I've been in the shoes of many people on the call, and I'm excited to share this with you today. So what I like to do always before we get into the meat of our topic is just kind of talk about Epsona at a high level because we have so many different pieces to our tools that it's nice to just kind of like give a high level understanding. So what is Epsona? Well, Epsona solves three major problems. We do great data management in Salesforce. We have excellent complex reporting tools, and we have a wonderful document and email generation tool. That's kind of like the high level buckets of what Epsona does. And when you look in deeper to those three categories, these are the various tools that we offer to our customers. Today, we're mostly going to be focusing on our multi-step reporting tool in conjunction with our document and email merge tool. And we're going to do that with the purpose of creating a year-end tax letter. So we are talking about nonprofit cloud today. And the reason why we're focusing on this is that the data model in nonprofit cloud that is involved in gift management and householding can be pretty complex and a little intimidating. We don't have to really digest this diagram on the right, but it's just to kind of show the complexity of what we're dealing with. When we do a year-end tax letter, we want to group donations by household. And what we see down here is that there's some objects related to donations in an NPC, gift transaction kind of being the central object. And those are only linked to people. They're only linked to the person account in Salesforce. There's no direct connection between a donation and a household. And that's kind of the main challenge that we're going to solve today. You can see there's this complex path that connects people to their household, and we're going to show at a high level how Apsona can kind of solve for this disparate aspect of these different objects. So to kind of clarify, gift transactions really only relate to person accounts. Salesforce reports, as far as I know, cannot give you a solid, clean report that groups transactions or donations by household. If anybody does understand how to do that with out-of-the-box Salesforce reports, I'd love to hear from you. And so because of that limitation, using Apsona filters and multi-step reports can allow us to group donations under households, and then those reports can be used to feed a merge action that generates these year-end tax letters. So now that we've kind of laid out the challenge, we're just going to dive in and we're going to jump into this. So oh, actually, I have one more slide. Which is kind of what we're going to present to you. So we're going to present what we're at this time calling Apsona Quick Starts. These are going to be kind of like packages and videos that go with those packages to help people actually install and use a pre-built solution. So today, what we're going to do and what you'll be able to do right after this call is install a small file into your Apsona environment and instantly have a merge action that generates a year-end tax letter where it groups donations by household. And you won't have to do any building. So to that end, now let's transition over. What I really want to do, and we're going to have some QR codes at the end that you can like get a shot of to get to these different locations. And I think Aaliyah, we're also going to send an email out to folks with a lot of the links that will be helpful here. But the best place to start, honestly, is at our YouTube channel. So if you just go to YouTube and look up Apsona, you'll get to our YouTube page. And then what you're going to want to do is go to our playlist page. This is a really just concentrated place where there's lots of really good stuff. And I really encourage people to explore this whole playlist area. But more specifically, if you come to this Quick Start Videos playlist, we have here getting started with Apsona's email and document merge on Salesforce Nonprofit Cloud. So this video is going to show you how I built the thing that I'm going to demo today. And it has all the links in the description to get you to all the right places. So if you need just like one place to start after this call, this is it. Go to that video, watch it, look at the links in the description, and you'll be able to follow along and build your own version of what I'm going to show you today. Um, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the fun, fancy thing. I'm going to get that finished first, and then if we have questions or if we want to dive deeper, we'll kind of take our time to explore further. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend like I am a customer that is an Apsona customer. So I'm going to go into this org here, and this is a nonprofit cloud organization. Um, and I haven't hardly done anything to this. I downloaded it yesterday and I installed Apsona and I installed multi-step reporting tools, which are the two packages that are really key here. And I included some key objects that are necessary for this to work. So I'm going to go to one other web page really quick, and then I'm going to come back. So I'm going to, in this quick start video, there's a link to this page, but I'm just going to kind of go to it directly. So we have a quick starts page. And this is going to be the place where we start. This is kind of a new thing for us. So we're going to start adding content to this page over time and giving you different versions of what I'm going to show you today, which are downloadable, installable packages that can get you up and running in Apsona quickly. And so we're breaking them up by cloud. So I'm going to go to nonprofit cloud. And what I'm showing you today is this document and email merge tool. So this video is the video I just previewed for you in YouTube. This starter pack download is what we're about to download and install. And there's a helpful video to kind of walk you through that installation, but we're gonna do it live basically. And then this list is just what's inside this starter pack. And I'll kind of break that down a little bit further in a second. And then the other thing to note is that because we're in nonprofit cloud and we're trying to generate these letters, there are some key objects that do have to be included in Apsona. And we use Apsona configurations to manage which objects you see in Apsona. So you're probably, if you're a current customer, you've already dealt with our configurations, you know how to add objects and all of that. And this is just a list to say, like, you got to have these objects for this solution to work, which I have done. And then these were the packages that I mentioned that we need to have installed. So the only kind of assumptions that I'm coming into with this demo is that you have Apsona, you have multi-step reporting from Apsona, and you have those key objects included. So that's the work I've done before this call, just to kind of save time. What I'm really going to do is download this starter pack package that has this solution built in and use it. And you'll see how easy and fast it is. So let's go back to the quick start page. I'm going to click starter pack download. It's just what's called a DAT file or a DAT file. You can see the name of it up here. I'm just going to download it. It's going to show up in my downloads in just a second right there. So there it is. So it's got this little 4 at the end of it. Now I'm going to go back to Apsona. And to install these pre-built packages, you go to Settings, Apsona Items. And oh, I'm already there. So I'm in the Apsona Items tab already. And this is what you will see if you are brand new with Apsona and you have like nothing going on yet. You're just going to see a couple configuration records here. Everything that you build in Apsona, reports, filters, dedupe actions, they all show up as Apsona items. That's our core object. So let's install this package. I'm going to go to Tools, Import Items, and I'm going to choose the file that I just downloaded, that DAT file. There it is, with the little 4 at the end. Open it, and it's going to preview what I'm about to install. So this is the same thing as the list that I showed you on our webpage. And this is just a small step of choosing which folder you want your template to go into for your merge action. This is all in the video, so don't worry if this is a little confusing. And we hit import, and it's going to take a second. We'll close it out, and now we've got all these Apsona items. So we're actually now ready to run this merge action. Let's do it. So we're going to go to a report in multi-step reports. This is part of the package we just downloaded. I'm going to go to this top level report right here, run it. And because this is a brand new install of NPC, you get some test records. So here's some test records. They have donations related to them already. But remember that those donations are just related to the people inside these households. This is just a list of the households themselves. We're going to click Merge, Run Existing Merge, because this is already built into our package. Here it is. I'm going to hit Run, and I'm going to download the results. Download results. And let's open it up. This is going to open up a Word doc that I created through the merge action. So that was about like a minute and a half. And we have a completed year-end tax receipt for all of the folks in that report. These are donations that are listed under people, but grouped by household. So here's the first row in our report. This is the second one. You'll see in the third one, there's two donations. And so these are all kind of showing as a list stacked up underneath the household with some key information, the date that the donation came in, the designation that it was given, and the amounts totaled up at the bottom here. So within just a couple clicks, you have a working model. And now it's a matter of just kind of fine tuning it for your instance and for your fields and for the filters that you need to change on the report, things like that. And so you might say, well, how do I do all that stuff? Like, I don't want to use your version. I want to use my own version. That's what the video is going to show you. If you go to that quick start video, it's going to show you how I built the template. So you'll be able to do your own version of it with your own branding and fields, etc. It's going to show you how I built the filters and the reports necessary to get to that point, and then how I built the merge action. And so that's basically it. Like, that's really what we wanted to show folks is like, you can in NPC today have a working solution for a year-end tax letter without any effort. I put in all the effort of figuring out the data model and the limitations and how to get around the weird issues of relationships. And I did that for you, and I made it in this package. So in a small nutshell, that's it. That's what we wanted to show everybody. And we can either take questions if people have any comments that they want to throw into the comment section, and I can address those. And if we don't really get any activity there, I'm just going to spend a little bit more time kind of unpacking what I did and show you a little bit more step by step. So Aaliyah, anything else that I should mention, or do we have any questions from folks at this point?
Let me check the chat. I don't see any questions, but you can put them in the comment section.
Cool. Okay, well, let's do this then. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in and I'm going to talk a little bit more in detail about how this was built so you can see a little bit more about it. Before I do that, I am going to go to the next slide here. This is in case it's hard for you to navigate directly to YouTube. This is a quick QR code that'll get you right to the video and you can start watching it. And then I'm going to do one more slide after people have a chance to take a picture of that. Oops. Which is, this is just another, get my mouse out of the way, another web page that has kind of our main support resources so that you can communicate with us, ask questions, get on our mailing list to receive more information. So this is just another helpful resource here. And I think that's it in terms of slides. So I'm going to come back over here and just go a little bit deeper. So I am going to actually use a slide with an image on it. I'm going to go, so this is the nonprofit cloud data model for fundraising. Very complex. There's a lot going on here and it's a little hard to digest. So I've simplified it a little bit. And as I mentioned earlier, donations are managed by this gift transaction object. And if you want to take a single donation and apply it to multiple funds or designations, you have to use this gift transaction designation object to link it to a designation. This is similar to NPSP's GAU allocations, which is this, and the general allocation unit, which is this. So these are the objects involved in the donation. They're only linked to contacts, which are person accounts in NPC. There's no direct line from the donation to the household as there is in NPC, because in NPC you have a primary contact lookup and an account lookup. So you have two connection paths to different objects. And in NPC, you just have the account lookup, which goes to the person account. And then there is this kind of hidden object called account contact relationship that is used to link all of the people in a household to the actual household account itself. And so this is the reason why it's hard to report in Salesforce, because there's just such a spread of objects involved, and there's really no good way to link these donations to the households. So what I have done is essentially I've created a group of filters on different objects. In fact, I think I even have a slide to talk about that. So in Apsona, you can create and save filters. And so I have a filter on the gift transaction object that I have created and included in this startup pack that is just there ready to be used. And it has some details about which transactions to include, and those could be changed to fine tune it to your use case. And then what we do in Apsona is we nest that filter in another filter. So we create a filter on the account object and we save this donation filter within the account filter. It's called a nested filter. And we do it one more time. And then in our report that we run, I'm going to open up the filters here. All I've done is I've said, I want to find folks who have contacts who are in that filter that I created. And it's kind of as simple as that. And so we use saved filters and nested filters in conjunction with our multi-step reporting tool to generate these reports that feed into the tax letter. That's probably about as deep as I should go because this is just a quick 20-minute call. But I encourage you to check out the video and look through this yourself. And at minimum, just download that DAT file, stick it in, try it out, and it should work out of the box. I think that's it. Aaliyah, anything else we should cover before we head out?
Nope, I just want to thank everyone for coming, and we will try to do these regularly starting next year. So be on the lookout for more events. And thank you.
Awesome. All right. See you next time, folks.
Bye.